gamers and moviegoers, what's going on, guys? I'm the Messiah, this is Messiah Entertainment, and today we are reviewing Halloween. Guys, this is the latest installment in the Halloween franchise. However, everything from the second Halloween movie on is now null and void. It doesn't count in the current Halloween canon. It is now just the original Halloween movie and this film. 40 years after the events of the first Halloween film, Michael Myers has been inside of a mental institution, locked away. Meanwhile, on the other hand, 40 years hasn't really been that kind to Laurie Strode, who's a bit of a survivalist. She's a hermit, lives by herself, 30 locks on the door. She has a terrible relationship with the rest of her family, with her own daughter. And that was one of the most interesting aspects of this movie. They pretty much make her into like a Sarah Connor sort of thing. The thing that happened to her was so traumatic that it completely morphed the type of person that she was. She becomes this hardened warrior. Laurie Strode was always a bit of a fighter, and she was always smarter than some of the other horror movie protagonists, but in this one, she's ready to shoot. She has her whole house rigged with booby traps. She's really ready for when Michael Myers comes for her. Like I said before, most of the horror films, the Friday the 13th, the Nightmare on Elm Street, they don't really have a singular protagonist that sticks all through the films and is the main character and, you know, the person that you have to, you know, root for throughout the entire film franchise. This one always had Laurie Strode to ground it, and I always really liked that, and she does great here. I always felt like Halloween was the most story-driven of all the different horror films, so it was really great to see them continue this story, and in a really satisfying way. There's moments where she's really fighting it out with Michael Myers, and honestly, she's giving him a bit of a run for his money. Speaking of Michael Myers, guys, it's been about 40 years since the original film, so I'm willing to bet the guy must be around 60 to, if not 70 years old. Listen, he's putting in more work now than he was back in the day. He's a pretty old man. You can see, they don't ever show you his face really, but you can see when he doesn't have the mask on, like his hair is gray and stuff. He's strong as hell. He's throwing around 20 and 30-some-year-old dudes like it's nothing, smashing their heads into walls and stuff. You'll find the remains of certain people and they're strung up or their faces, like, the jaw ripped wide open, and it's like, whoa, he just messed some guy up. But you don't have to see the whole thing. You get the idea that, you know, Michael Myers is a violent dude and he's trouble, but, you know, you don't have to see every single gory detail, and I felt like it was stronger because they didn't do that. We're not that too far removed from the Rob Zombie Halloween films, and those to me just felt like they were being extra violent for the sake of being extra violent. This one still gives you a brutal feeling to Michael Myers without having to shake the camera all over the place and just show people screaming and show every bloody detail. It just doesn't seem as impactful when you see the whole thing unfold like that. But on a whole, Michael Myers in this movie, the way they capture him, the way he puts on the mask, the look of how the mask looks after all these years, it's torn up, it's a little grayed out, a little dirty and stuff. It looks like it's seen some wear and tear. It just looks great, and when he first puts that mask on, it feels like a big moment, and it's really cool. Also, something I have to commend, the music is absolutely great. It's old school, super nostalgic. You feel like you're a little kid watching these horror movies again in your living room on Halloween night. It's perfect. The intro is exactly, well, not exactly, but it's heavily super duper inspired by the original intro from like the original movie. That was really cool, and it sets the mood for the entire film. When the music swells up, sometimes it's mixed with some newer sort of, you know, remixed version, but it fits 100% perfectly. It gives you the perfect blend of nostalgic feeling with the updated effects and cinematography and, you know, choreography and editing of a newer film. Now, of course, there are dumb horror movie people things that happen in this movie. That's kind of inescapable. In all of these horror films, there's dumb horror movie people that are kind of just there to get killed at the end of the day, and you can kind of call it when you see them first appear on screen. Yep, you're gonna die. That's a little disappointing. However, I'm willing to forgive it because that's kind of the, you know, charm of these movies. You know, you kind of just wait to see how Mike's gonna do it this time, you know. Sometimes their dumbass antics might piss you off, but on a whole, it really was not enough for me to dislike the film in any capacity. I thought this was a great horror film. I would say it's probably one of the best Halloween movies I've ever seen. I mean, like, Halloween franchise films, and definitely one of the best reboots of a horror franchise that I've seen. You know, I know they tried to do the Nightmare on Elm Street and the Friday the 13th reboots, and they were both just so And I was super excited to see this movie, and it did not disappoint. I would definitely recommend you guys go check this film out. It's a great movie for the month of October. Definitely recommend you guys go see this as soon as possible, but that's just my opinion. I'm sure you guys got your own. Let me know in the comment section down below, what did you guys think of Halloween? As always, guys can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe. That's it for today, guys. I'm the Messiah. This is Messiah Entertainment. I will see you guys next time. Peace.